Hello everyone, thanks very much for all the support with my videos, the likes, shares and comments. I'm very grateful. Today I'm on Mount Street. I'm just going to show you a couple of things. Last week I highlighted the disaster outside the International Protection office here on Mount Street. This was cleared late last week and 2/3 of the people that were here, over 300 people, were relocated to City West and Crooksling out in South County Dublin. And in the last week there has been barriers erected, as you can see, along the International Protection office all the way down here on Mount Street. Now this comes in the back of huge public pressure because of what's been going on. But again, the Irish government, the political establishment, are not willing to respond in an adequate fashion to deal with the disaster the migration is causing in Ireland because of a push towards agreeing this European Migration and Asylum Pact, which again is going to have serious ramifications for the people of Ireland. But again, we've seen that so many times with the Irish government, the political establishment, bowing down to their masters in Brussels rather than serving the interests of ordinary people. But in the last few days, another tent encampment sprung up on Haddington Road, not too far away from here, up by St Mary's in Haddington Road. And following much annoyance by the wealthier residents in that area, that encampment was cleared. So it shows classism is alive and well, and it was ironic that a lot of political representatives are making representations and claiming lack of GP spaces in that affluent part of Ballsbridge. Shows you one rule for the affluent and rich, another rule for the working class, where they're told to put up or shut up. As we stroll up here, we'll have a look at what's become when they moved to a new tent encampment along the banks of the Grand Canal. Just stroll up. As you can just see across here. Deal with the chaos. As we just stroll up, we'll just have a look. At the huge tent encampment here on Mount Street. It's relocated just a few hundred yards from the International Protection Centre. Now this has been pushed in by the Irish government, who aren't willing to stand up for the interests of the ordinary people of Ireland, but more interested in standing up to the big bosses and pushing their low wage economy, which is competing with workers here in Ireland too. And I've spoken in many videos about the Irish Business Employers Confederation, who have been lobbying against pay increases to the minimum wage, minuscule minimum wage. And we consider the high cost of living with people in terms of context of high rents, and this will put more pressure on accommodation as well. And it conflates the issues around asylum seekers versus economic migrants, and it shows that the Geneva Convention in 1951 was never fit for purpose, especially in the current realisation. And this has been the push by the globalist agenda. You've seen people who have been big proponents of that, people like Peter Sutherland, who have pushed that for low wages, big profits for the big bosses, and this is the fallout we have here on Mount Street. I just Symbolically, it's important to be here as well, because this was the famous battle of Mount Street, one of the biggest battles of the Easter Rising in 1916, here on Mount Street, just further up. A lot of the British Army who came across, and Sherwood Foresters who came across through Dunleary and Kingstown at the time, and were held off for a significant period of time by people like Michael Malone and George Reynolds as well up the road, and then Clonwilliam House behind me as well. So I wonder, was it the people who struggled and died for our independence and to realise the aims of the proclamation wasn't to achieve this, to serve the interests of the super rich, the very wealthy, the big corporations, and not the people of Ireland who were struggling? As I said, up to 14,000 people, over 14,000 people now in emergency accommodation, 300,000 people so-called hidden homeless, well in excess of that. And not to mention the amount of rough sleepers as well. And now we have a huge chaos and crisis created as well because of these policies, not to mention a health disaster, education disaster as well. So the chaos continues in Ireland. We need people to stand up for the interests of the people of Ireland, the ordinary working class people of Ireland, and not the super rich, super wealthy. And that's why I'll be standing in the local elections for ordinary people to have a say, so people can have a voice in their community where they're being ignored currently about what's going on. So thanks for all the support on my videos, and from Dublin and Mount Street here, take care. Talk to you all soon. Slán.